Hey, hey, don't miss the play. Flurry Sports will save your day. Cracking jokes with sports insight. Zach and Jake, they get it right. Fuck yeah.
Hello, welcome back to the Flurry Sports Podcast. And you know what? Like we said last week, mush, we're here and it's not the season finale. We got a whole nother month just because of the I Did It Rod, which we'll probably get into in a little bit. But we also got the World Baseball Classic happening. Jake teased last week that there's some interesting things going on there with the rosters, the teams, and he's going to tell me why I should get into it, which I think is a good idea because I'm not necessarily against baseball. I'm probably more against the MLB than baseball itself. Jake completely dismantled his microphone to start the show. So we are stalling a little bit while he puts Humpty Dumpty back together. But he is, I'm not even sure how it's even possible that he did
I don't know what I did. Okay.
But the World Baseball Classic starts this week. For those who don't know, and this is my very basic knowledge of it, it's essentially the World Cup for baseball. Is that right?
That's correct. Can you hear me?
Okay, you're not. Okay, Jake is underwater, so unplug your mic. Do whatever you got to do. But let's get into the World Baseball Classic. I'm just gonna ask Google, and then maybe Google will be my co-host for today's show. So, what is the World Baseball Classic? Can you tell I wasn't supposed to lead this segment? So the World Baseball Classic, according to Google, is the premier international professional baseball tournament created in 2006. That's wild. I did not know that it's been around since that long. So I thought it started, quite honestly, I know two of them. I recall two of them happening. So it's been around for a while, held every few years is what it says, which, boy, that's not descriptive whatsoever. I wonder if there's an actual set time or if it's just whenever the fuck they decide to do it. Jake, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know what happened. It not only disconnected, it didn't let me. I obviously had to exit and re-enter. So things were bad. What did Google tell you?
So Google, it's a little. I'm interested to hear your take on it because it says that it's the premier international baseball tournament created in 2006, which was shocking to me. And then it says it's held every few years. Is it held whatever they want to, or is it going to be held like every two?
No, it's such a good question, Zach. That is the proper way to describe it because I don't think it's been consistent for 20 years.
That's a good way to do it.
And the main reasons are the Olympics. So the reason it was 2006 was they found out they weren't going to be in that next batch of Olympics. Okay. And then pretty consistently after that, I believe it was every 3 or 4. I think the next one was 2010, then 2013, then 2016, 2019. So we were on a nice 3-year rhythm.
I can't believe it hasn't caught on.
Then COVID and Japan Olympics have derailed us. So we haven't had any since 2022.
Is that true?
Or 2023? Correct.
I feel like it's been back-to-back years. Am I fully wrong?
I don't believe
What have they been doing? Because didn't Edwin Diaz got hurt in one of them, right? Or is that something different?
That's correct. That was 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay, and I feel like there's been one since then.
Yeah, 2006, 2009, 2013. I don't know why that was a 4-year gap. I couldn't tell you. Then it's 2017. We kept a 4-year gap. Then COVID. So none between 2017 and 2023. And then now. So it's been 3 years.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. Boy. That must have been a real notable one because I thought it's happened multiple times. Maybe I'm thinking of just because they started in Japan last year. Maybe I'm just confusing it with that. International games or something.
That was the thing. It was a big deal. Also, I'm going to be totally honest with you, Zach. You are so toe in the water of baseball that it's just been since I've gotten you paying attention about baseball. So that's all one season to you.
Here's the thing. I am convinced I've watched it twice, and
I don't know what to tell you.
I think this is one of those situations where I had a dream about it. It was so realistic and mundane that I think I just imagined it. So
I think that's fair. So yeah, 2023, last time around.
That's insane.
So Return of the King.
That's when Edwin Diaz got hurt.
Edwin Diaz got hurt in 2013. That was when it was Japan-US final, and it came down to Shohei Ohtani striking out Mike Trout.
Was that okay? Has Shohei Ohtani been that big of a deal since then?
Yes. And
I feel okay.
If you're ready for something else crazy, I believe that's first Dodgers year Shohei Ohtani. I believe he
No. Really?
Yeah. 2013, 2024. Or was it last Angels year? Let me check. But it could have been last Angels year.
Boy, baseball. It really throws me for a loop. I don't know any like point in time. I don't know what the start of the season was.
Last year is. That was the last year with the Angels. Was 2023.
Because this is Ohtani's third Dodgers.
That was what I was getting confused on. We're heading into his third year with the Dodgers. Yes.
And he hasn't collected a dime from them. Is that correct?
Very, very minimal.
He's paid the Dodgers?
He has collected about $20 million, which is about vet average. Yeah, correct. Sincerely, it's like close to the vet average. He will be making close to $35 million for about the next 35 years.
Per year.
Per year.
So that's so interesting. So 35 million per year. Let's think about the running backs who never made a total of 35 million in their entire career. Let's Adrian Peterson. Do you think he's probably less than that? It's probably close. Todd Gurley, did he make less than 35 million total?
Yeah. I actually overdid how much he's making a year. He signed a 10-year, $700 million deal in 2023. However, to maximize team payroll flexibility, 97% of the salary was deferred, $680 million. So Ohtani will make $2 million a year annually until 2033. And then
it's that long? That's not fair. Okay, but I'm upset again.
And so this is where you do the big boy math, Zach. Then for the next 9 years, though expected other deferment conversations could come closer to it. Right now, it's set they have to pay $680 million over 9 seasons that he is likely not playing, 2034 to 2043. So 680 divided by 9, let's just call that around $65 million a year. That will be after he's already received $20 million. And again, likely retires because I'll look up his age right now. He won't be playing much into that deferment period.
That's true. Now, what I will say to you, okay, go ahead.
He's 31 years old now. So in 2034, he would be 39. So he's very likely almost out of the league, if not out of the league by the time he is getting $65 million a year.
So $65 million per year is a comical number, right?
Yeah.
It's just so much. Can you think of any person who's ever collected that much in a year?
In the NFL?
Just in general. Because that's such a high number. Is that like the most of all time?
It make you more mad. It was.
Okay, I say that to say this. Deshaun Watson has an $80.7 million cap hit this year. It's so much money. 80.
That's disgusting.
How is that possible?
That's one for each woman, allegedly.
True. And by the way, they added 3 void years, so he is off the team starting next year. Next year, the Browns pay him over $25 million. The year after that, over $16 million. And then in 2029, he gets paid $8 million.
It's the grossest. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. It's gross.
Crazy.
The Ohtani deal, money wise, that does make sense to me because both Aaron Judge and Juan Soto now get paid more than he does. Like straight up, their deals were worth more. But what was crazy about it was A, he was older than they were when they got the contract, and B, the deferment value. He took a little less money in the Dodgers than other people were offering him. Reportedly, the Yankees offered him $800 million, and he turned it down so that he could defer all but 20 million of it for the rest of his life.
What a good guy.
Yeah. Well, it's also they've also said on average he brings in darn near $100 million a year through sponsorships.
Of course. So,
yeah. It's so funny when people talk about that, just because there'll be people, if you listen, this is your only taste of the pie for like MLB deals. That is alarming. That's the only, everyone's like, we need to stop this from ever happening again. Don't worry. It won't ever happen again. We're good. Yeah.
I knew it was $2 million per year. I guess I didn't know it was until 2033 or whatever you said. I thought it was like a 3-year thing or a 2-year thing. Like, hey, let's win a couple championships and then, hey, give me my money. For him, like, I guess he makes so much money internationally, it doesn't matter. But like, holy shit, that money is devalued so much by the time he actually gets it.
Yeah.
For the Dodgers, this is such an insane deal. It's so stupid.
Well, and that was why everyone was like, why didn't someone else beat them to the punch? They're like, no one could have just matched this forever. No one was willing to pay, but it's a crazy amount. And his value was definitely maximized in LA. So,
probably, I mean, Yankees, you can't say it would have been any different. I don't
True. Think. The Asian market in California is pretty wild, but maybe it would have followed him to New York.
The Asian market in Japan's pretty big too.
I mean, that is where
he collects all of that money regardless. And he lives in Canada, right? So he collects all of that money. And then, it doesn't matter where he is. If
that was my favorite.
He would be fine.
By the way, there's a guy who said this offseason he didn't sign with the Angels because he's in my opinion, Republican jackass. He said, I didn't sign with the Angels because of those freaking taxes. So blame your senators. Hey, man, you know where most Angels players live? Fucking Nevada. Figure it out. 100%. Canada, wherever. You think they all live in fucking Anaheim?
I hope not.
It's not the Packers. They don't all have houses in Appleton.
Yeah, especially with baseball money. Just freaking fly to the stadium for practice.
Yeah, it's just so funny to me. It's like, come on. That's not how anything works. I do like it though. That's how it works depending on the city. Royals, they have a neighborhood. It's on the rich part of Kansas City. There's a fucking moat around it.
Great. I mean, that's how it should be. That's how, if I'm a baseball team, that's what I'm doing.
That is.
We got baseball teams like announcing now, like all their concessions deals for this year for like fans to come. Like, everyone, it's like, okay, great. All I have to pay is $40 and I get unlimited concessions. I guess that's a deal. Great. I don't understand what you want me to do with this. I'm not going to do it. You want me to go there and do that?
I don't think that gets any new tickets in. No, they have to listen. They don't know what they're doing before this next contract negotiation period. They're all flustered.
Has there been any anything that's happened? Because there was like a CBA thing coming up. Has anything happened with that?
I believe all roads are heading towards strike. I think a strike is likely. It will just be the timing of it.
For next year or this year?
Traditionally, it would be next year. They would negotiate next summer, and then they would hold the strike into the upcoming season. Now, the biggest strike that ever happened in MLB history, they did a preemptive strike for bargaining rights, and there's a lot of callback to that. In 94, they struck during the playoffs, so no playoff money, because that's what really cost teams. Is that so likely not this season, and maybe they'd start next season and threaten to miss the whole one, but there is a chance if it emulates 94, though unlikely, that would be halfway through this year we strike out. The big talk is owners of teams are like going on public radio stations, like appearing at basically, in my opinion, like parent-teacher conferences. I've seen these fuckers everywhere just being like, we need a salary cap. Just like screaming in my face as I go to buy a hot dog. We need a salary. So they're, in my opinion, like that seems like a non-starter. And if they are determined to have a salary cap, we will get a strike at some point. I don't know how long, but we will certainly get a strike because they, at the same time, have made it clear that they are not entertaining the thought of a salary floor. So
right, yeah,
players will not do it. They're not going to do a salary cap without a salary floor. There are I think right now, most players don't want one even with a salary floor.
Correct. Yeah, don't fall for that bait. That's the old NFL switcheroo where it's like, we tell you what you want and then we're going to say what we want and then give you the thing that we were going to give you anyway. So
correct.
Don't fall for the salary floor if I'm a player.
Especially because, I think that could come, but if they get a salary floor, they obviously need to negotiate it out more thoroughly, because I think the worry of a salary floor is they obviously set it lower than is helpful. Like one owner was like, we might consider a $40 million salary floor. Well, the lowest salary last year was $58 million. So that's awfully kind of you to consider.
Right.
So that's the big scuttlebutt is that. But I mean, we're going to run into it. Also, the MLB Players Association head got fired for an affair.
Okay. That was recent. Nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah. MLBPA head fired. Am I getting that right? Or is that the NBA? No, I'm right. Yeah.
MLB. Okay.
Tony Clark, the executive director of the MLBPA, resigned on February 17, 2026, following an internal investigation that revealed an inappropriate relationship with, drumroll please, his sister-in-law. So also a union employee. So
on one hand, that makes him a scumbag. On the other hand, why does that mean he loses his job though?
Also worked there, got her job, and
Okay. What you gonna do? Fair enough.
So that just happened. So I don't think the Players Association I don't think the PA is an all-time high. I think we're figuring it out, but
okay.
Hired in 2023 along with alleged financial mismanagement seemingly involving the same personnel. So they were investigating the money and found an affair.
Found that. Well,
yeah.
Classic. It always happens.
Yeah. So, I mean, things are wild in baseball. As long as we're here before we get into the World Baseball Classic of it all, I also teased to you, we have our new strike review system. It was in the minors this year, like the pitch clock we're in. We are doing a full players on the field in general can now challenge the call of an umpire strike versus ball.
Okay.
I don't believe there's a set limit on who can challenge, but teams have basically enforced. I know teams have enforced their own limit, which is why I don't think they have a set one. It will basically just be hitters and batters who will do the challenge, which makes sense. But hitters are challenging, like they're challenging in the moment as it's happening. So these guys see a call they don't like, tap their head, automatic review, just like tennis ball line check.
So like, pitchers can't though.
Pitchers are allowed to. Most teams are telling their pitchers to shove it because they're like, let your catcher do it. You're not a good judge. So a lot of pitchers have come out and said, I'm not going to do it, but they're allowed to.
Okay. And then the pitch robot ump is only for challenges. It's not doing the actual every other call. The actual ump's doing every other call.
Correct. The umps call all of the pitches. The team needs to challenge them. Yeah. Right now in spring training, I don't believe they're using the limits, but during the regular season, teams will get 2 challenges per game, but they retain them if they are successful.
So what will happen is this will be fine for the next 18 months or so, however long the baseball regular season is.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get to the playoffs where things actually start to matter.
Yeah.
And every pitch is going to be reviewed because there's no fucking limit.
Well, there is. Sorry, there's just not during spring training. There's 2 unless they're successful.
Okay,
You know,
but stink. So it's just going to
yeah.
be over and over and over. Like these games are going to be too long again.
Got to get it right. Got to get it right. In the minors, this upped umpire correctness rate by about 7%. Like umps in the minors were getting it right close to 97% of the time versus MLB last year was 88% of the time. So that's the big improvement. And they're bringing up a lot of umps from the minors with it.
And
so
are they going to bring back any previous loved Angel Hernandez umps?
Well, everyone's saying, because to your point, Zach, I would actually say what we need is baseball that matters. And because everyone now is like, if Angel Hernandez was still umping spring training, some of these games would have never ended. Because Zach, what's making the news right now? Because there's no limits, because they want guys to practice getting used to the system. They want umps to have more use with it. So right now, we're just challenging fucking everything. The first game of spring training, Zach, and ump got 5 wrong in a row. And 5 wrong, 2 on one team, 3 on the other. And every time it happens, Zach, tap, 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 up we go to the big board, and you are an idiot. It flashes in big letters. It shows the box on screen like TV, and then the ball flashes. And if the ball was not where the umpire said it was, then the ball flashes red. Like so this guy just over and over up there. And terrible, by the way. The first one he missed, he called the ball, dead strike, middle of the strike zone. Just like, that's a bad look, dude. Yeah. And it says ball on screen, and the word ball turns red. I mean, it's a bad look. So right now, umpires look like fucking idiots. Won't happen when it matters is what's happening. Guys are challenging strike and ball calls when they're the 8th hitter in the lineup with no outs in the first couple innings. That will stop.
Sure.
Because teams will be like, hey, you suck anyway. Stop using Aaron Judge's strike and ball calls, Yeah.
Fair.
And hopefully umpires improve. I think this year could get pretty gnarly, but we're testing it. I do think where you were going, which will happen, the limit of all replay technology, which is, you've already called it. There's going to be some big call that some team doesn't challenge or runs out of challenges for. And we will ask the question we ask every time we add a replay element, which is, why don't we do this all the time? We just have an old guy standing back there for aesthetics.
Pretty much. Yeah. This is going to be the challenging a pass interference year.
Or even the NFL challenge system. Like, we're used to it now, but the flaw of that is, again, it's every year when we go, why isn't it the college football system, where it's like, why does this require some old man? Why does Andy Reid have to know when to throw a flag? Why is that a skill we've developed in the game, instead of just saying, wouldn't you like to get that correct every single time?
I hate refs, man. If we could just eliminate them fully, that would be great. But on the other hand, I don't know. I like the fact that we can all come together and hate a ref. Like, if you see this ump on your, on the game sheet, like he is the umping today, and everyone's like, oh, fuck. That's beautiful. That's part of the game. I don't want it to just be perfect.
I think we need to understand that more. Like, I saw a clip, the first time we maybe have ever talked about soccer on the show. I saw a clip from European football, as they would call it. Shout out Ted Lasso. But soccer.
Yeah, they're dumb.
They had, which I'm like, well, great idea. They had a league match that they had to pause for Ramadan, so they needed to have a break. But the ump, or I don't know what they call it, fucking ref, I guess. The ref goes out and goes to call a stoppage to the match. You don't send the ref to do anything you don't want to get booed, so they're fucking booing Ramadan. Because you sent the ref out there. So instead, what did they do, Zach? They just put a big slide up on the board. They figured it out for the next time, just a sign with happy faces on it that's like, enjoy your Ramadan break. It's pre-agreed by both teams. And then people cheered, because it's not the refs, it's the scoreboard team. We don't boo the scoreboard team. So I think we need to take a cue. Like, I don't think refs should give any good news. I think you're bad cop, always.
Fair. I mean, Yeah, in my book, they already are. So I think if you can just write that into the rules, that's fine too.
I think NFL players should start having to signal their own touchdowns. No good news.
Correct. Yeah. Don't tell me that we got a point. Just keep your mouth shut if it's a good play.
Yeah, correct. 100%. But Zach, are you ready? 30 minutes in, talk about the World Baseball Classic.
Yes. So World Baseball Classic there's a bunch of, baseball players, whether they're MLB or just from around the world. They're coming together representing their country. Jake's telling me why I should be a fan of each country. He has at least one reason for each country why I would like it. And it sounds like there's some misfit countries that I'm going to like. Great.
100%. Sorry, that was a call from friend of the show, Dan Shuby, but I will get back to him later. I
call into the show, Dan.
Yeah, well, honestly, we can probably do because I'm sure it's about a bachelor party. But we are ready to go. So, Zach, when does the World Baseball Classic start? You may ask, and I've got a great answer for you. It depends. It is. Because it's March 6th. They've been advertising March 6th. However, Zach, the World Baseball Classic has 4 pools happening in 4 different locations. We have Pool A taking place in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I don't know why I put that stank on it. Pool B happening in Houston, Texas. Pool D, I'm skipping one for dramatic effect, happening in Miami, Florida. So there are 2 U.S., 3 U.S. ones. Boom.
Okay, get Bad Bunny out of here.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing? Okay.
Yeah. 3 U.S. ones. And Tokyo. Pool C is in Tokyo. So
why?
Well, it's good for Japan. Those games are going to be awesome. It's also nice because if you want to watch sports late the fuck at night, you've got a lot of options. So March 6th, we're starting. But Zach, that unfortunately means that the actual game is actually starting. World Baseball Classic. Game number 1 is happening on March 4th at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Wait, so it's not even like the day before. It's 2 days before?
9 p.m. because it's technically would be an early morning start. Taipei is playing Australia. So March 4th, 1 game starts. March 5th, they have 2 more Tokyo games. The Czechia and Korea play, and Australia and Czechia play again. And then Friday, all the other pools come back in. So Japan,
that's when it officially starts.
That's when it officially starts, even though much like MLB last year, it was how somehow those betting websites still allowed you to bet who would have the first home run and didn't figure out the Japan game was going to be 2 days before the rest of the season started. So yes, we are actually getting started at 10 p.m. at night with 2 of the most mid teams in the tournament, which is also awesome. No, I think rhyme or reason why it's Taipei and Australia. Just let's do it, I guess. You're the pool that's got to start.
Was there qualifying for
there were qualifiers, correct?
So Taipei qualified?
Taipei is the most improved team of this tournament. They are the most improved world ranked team overall. I believe they are higher ranked than Australia. I'll get that up.
So in my mind, and you can tell me if I'm wrong.
I'll talk you through these as we go. 100%. Go ahead.
Maybe I'm jumping ahead. In my mind, Patty Mills is suiting up for Australia. Is that correct or no?
I mean, I'm sure they'd fucking take him. Australia's in a tough place. Yeah, Australia is ranked. I just want to make sure I know how many teams there are. Of 20 teams, they are ranked 16th. So
not bad.
Not good. Especially for Australia. They were ranked top 10 a couple years ago. Just
really
underutilized MLB talent. So they've got almost none. They've got their own of the countries that like have their own baseball league. Australia's is one of the worst ranked. So like a lot of their guys are homegrown Australian baseball players, and that is not good. So yeah, that's tough for them. Taipei, I believe, is ranked. I've got it up as long as we're talking about them. Yeah, 11th. They've improved very high. So Yeah, they they were in the qualifier. This sucks for them. Technically, they were the number 2 ranked team in the world behind Japan. And then all of the other countries that have MLB players got in there and they dropped all the way to 11. So, yeah, tough for them. But they have a lot of Korea League baseball players, a lot of Japan League baseball players at Taipei. And they're very young, very good.
It's Taipei, not Taiwan?
Chinese Taipei. Because Zach, this I believe this tournament is, sponsored by China. I think we have to call it certain things to keep it kosher. So I think that's what's happening here.
Is Eileen Gu going to be there too? Like, what are we doing?
I don't know.
Is she suited up for Taipei?
Are the refugees of Hong Kong allowed to participate? I don't know. There's a lot of good questions happening here. These are all questions that I hope we get answers to, Zach. But I like to think that, by the way, Chinese Taipei. No, I don't want to bury the lead, Zach. I will say the Chinese Taipei is going to have your favorite player based on the name and the country he is playing for. Okay.
Okay.
And I'll leave it there. So here are your 5 pools, Zach. What we got is classic pool play. 4 pools, as I mentioned. The top 2 teams from each pool will move onward.
Okay.
And then we swap second place with winners A and B, C and D. So once we get out of pool play, the winner of pool A will host the runner-up of pool B, and the winner of pool B will host the runner-up of pool A. C and D will do the same thing. So top 8 teams advance. The winners of those will advance to the semifinals and finals, which are going to be held in Miami. So everything stays like broken up in regional until finals.
Okay. I guess, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. The thing that could be fun there is I do think that means that the winner of the Miami regional is going to
Japan,
Tokyo.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's fun. That's fun.
I guess it makes no sense. That's great though.
Yeah. Also, they didn't put San Juan and Miami in the same bracket. They didn't want that to be close. Like, it's obviously closer, but it's like, okay, now Houston's
whoever did this originally drew up the freaking conferences for high school Wisconsin sports too.
Yeah, it's probably just the same old couple that used to have make the baseball schedule.
Probably.
Yeah, they were like,
I don't know where the hell Taipei is, but let's throw this over here.
I could imagine one old man being like, well, I'm not calling them Taiwan. Okay, well, all right, fine. So this is the tournament we got set up, Zach. So yeah, we've got the top 2 advancing. Keep that in mind as we go through the teams. I want you to assess, Zach, both on the one fact I give you about each team, why you would root for them, if that will be the team you root for. I think you should pick a team to root for in each pool.
Okay.
And you could pick an overall root as well. And their hat. I think you should also look at their hats as we go.
You said you sent me
so
that, okay, yep, I got it.
I sent you that, correct. It links out, and then you'll click into it to a tweet, and then that can be what you put up there. But as we go through, and Zach, we start with Pool A, of course.
Yes.
A in this stands for Canada. It's got 3 of them in there. I don't know why these are I don't know why they assign teams to certain ones. Like Japan and the East Asia companies are always in the Tokyo bracket, of course. But the San Juan bracket is Canada, Colombia, Cuba, Panama, and Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rico gets to be in the San Juan bracket. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes. But otherwise, everyone goes everywhere. So Zach, what you need to know is there's no team in this pool who has won a World Baseball Classic before. That's because, Zach, since 2006, only 3 teams have won a World Baseball Classic.
Okay.
Care to guess who they are?
I'm going to guess Japan.
Boom. They've won 3 of them.
Let's go with, it's got to be one of the Latin American ones. Let's go with Puerto Rico. No,
I would say the other one, Dominican Republic.
Okay. If it's not the United States, I'm going to be upset.
It's us. Good. It's us.
Thank God.
So, and let that guide you in this tournament, because there are 3 favorites to win, and it's those 3.
Okay, good.
So those things kind of stand the test of time, and you'll find that as we go. But First, Zach, Canada. You might be wondering, why do we root for Canada in this pool, especially now that we hate them?
Yeah, they're dirt bags. I'm so over Canada. Like, not to get political, but I don't even want them to be the 51st state anymore. Like, let's just get rid of them. I'm over it.
Yeah.
I believe you're muted somehow. Jake's speechless. While he's doing that, Jake is still muted. Trevor says, is Chula Vista the most overrated Wisconsin Dells resort? I have no clue what Chula Vista is. So maybe. I think if you go to do Wisconsin Dells resorts, you're kind of a fucking mark anyway. You go to water parks there. You don't go to a resort. That's my opinion. You go to friggin' Mount Olympus. You go to Noah's Ark. You do that shit. You don't do a resort. Do you know what Chula Vista is in Wisconsin? I feel like there's a brand of computer that's a Chula Vista.
I think we might have stayed at a Chula Vista once.
I don't know. Trevor says it's the most overrated Wisconsin Dells resort. Don't even know what that is. I think you probably agree with me when I say you don't do a Wisconsin Dells resort. You go to a water park there and you drive your ass home.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're back. You're not speechless anymore. You're ready to talk about Canada. You're going to give me a reason why I don't hate Canada anymore. Is that what this is leading up to?
Correct. They have a cool hat, so you can look that up. Pull that up if you want to.
The hat's good. I'll say
it's
that.
Got big C on a flag. But here's the big one, Zach. We've got a good story to root for. They're not in the U.S.'s pool for the first time ever. So they don't have to run into the big bad, which is us shutting them down every time. And
they're not. Did you send me the right picture? In this, they're in the same pool. So you're for sure they're not in the same pool?
Oh, the hats aren't right on the pool. It's just hats.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. Good question. Maybe it's an old hat photo. Let me double check that in the meantime. But yeah, they're not.
I can look that. You tell me, I can look it up.
Okay. They are in the pool A. Yeah, they're for sure not with the U.S. this time around, which means, Zach, they are one of the favorites to get out of their pool. There's a lot of like mad teams in pool A. Canada has never made it out of a pool. That is the big storyline with them. Will they finally do it? I also think you'll love the Naylor brothers. There are two brothers, Bo and Josh Naylor, on this team.
Okay.
And to put it mildly, they are some hefty boys. Yeah. The first baseman who plays for Seattle. See, I always get these two confused. I believe that's Josh Naylor. The first baseman is a big dude and he smacks. He's really, really good, but he's not that big. Yeah, pull up a picture of Bo Naylor. I'll send it to you so you get spelling correct. Bo's got a big old gut. And these two just got big old dump trucks. Get a different photo. His one where he poses is like me using my high school graduation photo. We are not that size anymore.
Ass. Let's see. That's not him. Is this him? This guy?
Let me take a look.
Just a second. Why am I not sharing this? There we go. Can you see it now or no? Yes.
Yes, I can. Yeah, he's kind of fat though. I need to get the right photo for you. Maybe it is Josh, and Josh has also lost weight. Which, by the way, I love that.
This guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
This guy's Canadian?
Yes.
No.
There's a lot of that going around this tournament. It's a good trend for you to pick up on. This person's
no way. This guy's a fucking professional athlete.
100%. Dude, and there's two of them. There's two of them in this tournament, and the Nailers are out here going to be hitting dingers.
Okay.
Thank you. By the way, look at how they're trying to bury those photos, trying to gaslight me. That's what he looks like.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, I'm on board if this is what's going on.
Perfect.
He looks trim here. How long ago is this?
I think he's lost weight recently.
Okay. I don't like that.
Yeah, Josh Naylor has lost a little bit of weight. So,
Okay. Well,
but
unfortunate for him. Okay.
yeah, and there are
These are
hats.
new hats. So
Okay.
Canadian hat is
Bottom line, the Leaf.
Oh, right there. Okay. Good hat.
Good hat. So yeah, between the Nailers and the first time out of the pool, that'd be why you root for Canada. Moving on, we'll do these faster. Colombia. I think the real reason to vote for Colombia is they're on hard times. They used to be a favorite in the tournament. This is one of the first times they're not. So you'd be rooting for a team to get back on top, but they have almost no top of the line MLB talent this go around.
Tough break
For Colombia. There is going to be an article coming out to Flurry Sports. I'm halfway done with it, of where each team has MLB players from. There's a lot of articles that tell you, like, here are the Twins guys, but none that tell you by country. So I was like, I can do that. Next, Zach, I think one you might root for. That's right, Cuba. Cuba, it used to be a favorite in this because they used to have one of the top leagues in the world because of the embargo on athletes playing elsewhere. Now there's obviously more back and forth, and unfortunately, due to political pieces, there are a lot of guys who are American citizens who want to play and are not being allowed to. So there's some unrest there. So these all not only Cuban nationals, but I think basically all just guys who still have to reside in Cuba. So just there, and we'll note throughout there's some interesting stuff. Two big names, Yariel Rodriguez and Yohan Moncada, were allowed to play, but they basically had to get like special permission. So otherwise, just like a very studded country. So they'd make a run and they've been held back. So that would be why you would root for them. Panama. I had a tough time. I don't think you should root for Panama.
Whoa. Okay.
I couldn't really figure out a reason to tell you.
Great Van Halen song.
Yeah, I don't love their hat. They're bad. They've got one dude. Edmundo Sosa is cool. They used to be really good. They're not anymore. So yeah, I don't think you should root for Panama.
Panama's the red P hat.
Let me.
I think that's there.
Is that?
I can bring it up here.
All right. I think I closed it out.
I'm guessing this is Panama right here.
That is. Hold on, I got the flags up. That's Panama. Yeah, it's a fine hat. It's a high school hat.
Yeah, that's pretty plain. I will say whatever the picture you sent me had better hats. I will say that.
Yeah, they were better last time around. But Zach, you can scroll right up because you passed it. Puerto Rico, right there. The PR is kind of classy. They are going to be the favorites to make it out of this pool. So it'll be who else comes out with Puerto Rico. The big news for Puerto Rico, Zach, they were held down. They were stopped from competing at full strength. We have a full-on conspiracy here because 3 studs were stopped from playing for Team Puerto Rico because MLB teams won't cover their insurance. It really hasn't happened for any other team, but Edwin Diaz, as you mentioned before, has kind of sparked some like concern, I guess, only targeted at Puerto Rico for whatever reason. But teams did not cover Edwin Diaz's insurance, Javier Baez's insurance, or Carlos Correa's insurance. So none of those guys were allowed to compete. And Zach, you might think, well, shouldn't there have been another way they were allowed to compete? Bad Bunny, this is real, came out and said, I will cover their insurance. I will do that. This happened right after he did the Super Bowl. And MLB said, no. Said, we don't want your money, Bad Bunny.
Only Americans. I'm sorry.
That's too funny. It's too fun. So you're done. So Puerto Rico has been, I think this is borderline not a conspiracy because there's been so much evidence that it's so targeted at these Puerto Rican guys. So yeah, Puerto Rico's still very good. Still has like the 5th most MLB talent. Power rankings wise, they're still ranked 6. Nolan Arenado, I don't know if you're going to like this or not, but Seth Lugo is still very good. But Nolan Arenado used to play for Team USA. They said, we don't want you. And he said, turns out I can still play for America. Puerto Rico, baby. So Nolan Arenado is now playing for Puerto Rico. But I don't think it's an Ailun Gu situation because he was told no.
Yeah,
So,
fair. But I mean, dirty laundry. You know,
so Zach,
it tells me it's a team of losers.
That's true. Who are you rooting for out of Pool A?
I mean, I think you juiced it for me a little bit, but I do like Canada. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to like them. I don't want to like the Naylor brothers, but if you're telling me we got some power hitters, just we're hitting it out of the park so we can take our time around the bases. I like that. I like that a lot.
I think Canada is going to be good for you. It's a lot of like team's fifth best guy in Canada.
That's great.
Yeah.
So for coaches,
yes.
Are they MLB people or no?
A lot of them are MLB people, and a lot of teams are doing former players.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah, managers, let me pull up right now because there's some famous ones on some teams. Yadier Molina, longtime catcher, is leading Puerto Rico. Brad Ausmus, longtime player, is leading Israel. Dusty Baker is coaching Nicaragua.
Oh, give me Nicaragua.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ, how did that happen?
He's not Nicaraguan, is he?
I don't know. I'm sorry that I didn't look into that more, but yeah, Puerto Rico is all former player managed. That's like the big one that's doing that a lot. USA's obviously got a lot of former players. So they might also all be former players or active coaches. So that's Pool A, Zach. So you're rooting for Canada out of Pool A.
Yep, got to.
Pool B, it's not Nicaragua's pool yet, so this is still up for grabs.
Great.
Zach, this is a tough one because Pool B in Houston does feature the United States. United States, in my opinion, has a pretty bad hat.
Yeah, I was going to say that's not a good hat.
It's been the consensus online that's a bad hat. So bad hat.
Huh.
Here's why you root for the U.S. Great fucking team. Just like unbelievable.
Whoops.
We're stopping other teams from getting all their people. We're making people send us their best guys. We have both leagues Cy Youngs on the pitching staff. Paul Skeets, Tarek Skubal. They're also both under 30. Just like young dudes getting after it. We told the last World Series Baseball Classic US MVP Trey Turner, we don't need you. We're too stacked. You're out. It's tough times, dude. I am doing an article, like I mentioned. I'm highlighting on there how many all-stars are on a team. The USA does have an all-star at every position.
As we should.
On paper, certainly the favorite. Some of that is because Japan is hard to paper compare.
I assume Ohtani's playing for us because he plays in America. We paid him. He's playing for America.
He needs to do that one of these times. Unfortunately, that is not true. Still playing for Japan. But
loser.
You think you know someone. I think the one reason to be worried about America, and I know I'm not doing this for any other team, I have noticed a startling amount of twins on the roster.
Okay. That is startling.
There's 3 of them. I was like, That's don't know. Lot. Yeah, so I guess that would be why I'm worried there. But Zach, I mean, this is probably the last thing I'll say about the U.S. because why would you root for him? I mean, Tarek Skubal, Paul Skeens, those are the defending Cy Young winners I mentioned. They've got 6 other all-star caliber pitchers, former all-star winners, including their closer is best closer in baseball, David Bednar, Aaron Judge, Byron Buxton, Kyle Schwarber, Gunnar Henderson, Bobby Witt Jr., Cal Raleigh, Big Dumper, Corbin Carroll, Will Smith, not that Will Smith, Alex Bregman, and Bryce Harper. They have as many former MVPs and Cy Youngs on their team as half of the field has MLB players. So tough times for everyone else, but that would be why you root for US.
We got to let our pitchers go 9 innings too, right?
Yeah.
Pitch till your arm falls off.
I will give you one more reason. One of the US pitchers, you're a big Paul Skeens guy, by the way. You'll fucking love him. Tarek Skubal for the Tigers. So boo already because he's in the Twins division. Came out and said, I'm only pitching 1 game. You get 1 game from me and that's it.
Why is he on the team? Stay home.
Yeah, so we have other people. The good news is we have other all-stars in the wings. So
who's our manager? Because if I'm the manager, guess what? Guess what, bud? You're not pitching one game. You're pitching
Yeah.
all of them.
Our manager is a guy from MLB Network. He's the anchor from the MLB Network.
I like that. That's good.
Skeens, the other Cy Young, they asked him after Scooble said he's only doing one game, and Skeens said, "What's the point of the tournament? I'm pitching the whole damn time." So
my guy, let's go.
Yeah, so we're good. Paul Skeens, I think, also might just taunt Tarek Scooble into continuing the pitch. Just be like, just whispering a little pitch every time he walks past him, I imagine.
Is there any rules against like spider tack in this thing?
I think so. I think it's pretty much MLB rules. They do have a pitch clock, all of that. So that's the US. Other ones in this one, Zach. Brazil, why should you root for them? Because we love an underdog and they fucking suck. So you would root for Brazil because they are the last ranked team in the power rankings. They have made the World Baseball Classic once in 2013, and they will play the Team USA immediately.
Is that surprising that they're that bad? I feel like they shouldn't be that bad.
They have like a lot of young guys, but no one big, and that hat's terrible. That big
it's not a good hat, but it's not the worst. I think it's middle. These are bad hats here. I think this is middle of the road.
We've got some good hats coming. I think that's my worst hat. I really despise their hat. Well, this is the other contender.
If it wasn't for the freaking stars and stripes on the side, the US one's fucking trash.
The other contender for worst hat right here. Great Britain. Find that one. Yeah. That's bad.
That's a bad hat.
Yeah, that GB on an all black. Like, it's not good. I saw it in person. It's bad. You root for Great Britain because of one dude. Jazz Chisholm was not going to make the U.S. team, but declared early.
That douchebag's playing for Great Britain?
Jazz Chisholm is playing for Great Britain, I believe, via, let me see where, like, via territory.
This is like me claiming I'm Asian because I have Mongolian heritage because someone raped one of my ancestors. Yeah, that's not fair. You can't do that.
Yeah, by the way, the word raped jump scare. I was used via Bahamas. On behalf of the Bahamas is representing Great Britain.
They're a UK territory?
I've learned via this tournament. Or heritage in some way, but yes. So he is basically, he's gone here and he alone has bumped up this team in power rankings by like 2 because he's an all-star caliber player on this one. So having one all-star dude who fits none at all in this team is why you should root for Great Britain. I'm glad you reacted that way because that's a big deal for everybody. Why should you root for Italy, Zach? Because you're just as Italian as all these motherfuckers. This team is 12% born in Italy.
Good.
You can find a bunch of rankings. I think their hat is fine. It's a big eye.
Yeah, it's fine.
I like the blue. We're getting into better hats, but yeah, not great there.
Who's making these hats? This is New Era?
I don't know, but
why'd they say, hey, you can choose between 3 colors? It has to be red, blue, or black. And by the way, Canada's the only red one.
Italy, Zach, is tied for the most like main level MLB representation by sheer numbers because of how many dudes have come out of the woodwork saying, I guess I'm Italian. Some of the names have done so. Yeah, former all-star Michael Lorenzen and big time. They have one stud pitcher, Aaron Nola, who's like a Cy Young caliber dude. So these dudes have just decided now's the time to be Italian. They also have, Zach, a couple just rad names, which I'm like, I think they got in on name alone. They have Dominic Canzoni. They have Jack Caglione. They have Vinny Pasquantino. And last but not least, fan of the internet, Miles Mastroboni.
That's a great name.
Yeah, so Team Italy's got a lot going for it. So
I'd say,
yeah, that's what you got going there. And then the most improved team overall. All of these guys have come together to represent Mexico. Mexico basically, I feel like, had a group chat that was like, "We're getting out there, dudes. We are representing some heritage." So they've got like 3 studs. Andres Munoz is I think the best closer in baseball recently. Taijuan Walker is a all-star level pitcher, and Randy Rosarena and Jaron Duran are two of the best and most outspoken hitters in baseball. Jaron Duran, for folks who are playing along at home, made headlines a couple years ago because he called a fan the F slur, who threw a racist jab at him. And
eye for an eye.
Yeah, when he backed it up and said, I'd do it again, I actually called it him twice. So
There you go.
Jared Duran's a dude. So Mexico's got a lot of swag. So I just think personality-wise, Mexico is probably the biggest head in this. So a lot of good competition-wise in this, power ranking-wise, it would be obviously the USA. It will be a disappointment if the USA does not win the whole tournament. It will be a travesty if they somehow don't make it out of this pool. And then honestly, Mexico has a big lead over these other three teams. Italy's the only other one who has a shot just on depth of guys who've been to a pizzeria. It's crazy. True. So who are you rooting for?
I mean, we know America's taking it home. So it is what it is. But I do hope Italy sneaks in. I hope they're the next ones out to get out of there.
Now, Zach, let's have some fun because we are going to a place we've already talked about, but Pool C has got some fun teams in it. Australia, why should you root for them? Nothing to do with on the field, Zach. I told you they're worse than they used to be. You should root for them because if you listen to the pool, it's Australia, Chinese Taipei, Czechia, Japan, Korea. What the fuck is Australia doing in this pool? Czechia, I think, is here just because their name starts with a K sound. But at least they're in Europe. Like
the Czech Republic?
Like the Czech Republic. Czechia is in this pool. Don't worry, Zach. Czechia is going to be the team you pick. We'll get to them. But Australia's here. Why should you root for Australia? Best hat. This is where the hats come in. Australia's hat's fucking rad.
Okay, yeah. You're fine. I agree with that.
I think there's two good contenders for best hat, but that could be an actual sports team.
Yeah,
at the very least. Sure. So best hat, best swag. So that would be why you would vote for Australia. We're moving on. There's not a lot of reasons. Chinese Taipei. They're the young kids on the block, Zach. All of these other neighboring Eastern Asia countries, Japan and Korea, have the 2 and 3 best leagues in the world behind MLB. Chinese Taipei, fastest growing. All their players, for the most part, are under 28 years old. They've starting to get some MLB guys coming through the ropes. And Zach, they're young. They're up and coming. They would be a big underdogs in this class. And that's correct. Starting for Chinese Taipei from the Cleveland Guardians, Stuart Fairchild. a man named Stuart Fairchild is representing Chinese Taipei. I do believe we have an Eileen Goose situation on our hands.
Yeah, it sounds that way. What the hell?
So it's my favorite. Everyone's going crazy on the internet, by the way. It's like when Lars Nootbaar played for Japan last time and his jersey sales took off.
Are these people getting paid to play for these countries?
Sponsorships.
Okay.
So no.
Okay. You know? This is dumb. Why? It makes me angry that they're in this tournament. I don't know why. I just don't want them here.
Yeah.
It's not even China. Why isn't China in it?
Because they don't play baseball.
Okay. They don't need to. Does Chinese Taipei?
Zach, they do. Taiwan's they always win the little
Taiwan does have a fucking Taiwan team.
This is Taiwan, Zach. They just have to call it this so they let them play.
Girl pair. This is dumb.
I know. In our hearts, it's Taiwan, okay? By the way, Chinese Taipei dominates the Little League World Series.
Do they?
Yeah, very, very good. And they have a lot of players in the Korean League, as mentioned earlier in the show. So, Czechia, Zach, here we fucking go. 2023, Czechia was the worst baseball team in the tournament. They somehow won one game. Let me get it right. I believe they beat China in that tournament. China was not allowed back. So, big upset of China. Czechia, Zach, has one. This is crazy. They did have one MLB player show up. He is a minor leaguer whose dad lives in Menominee, Wisconsin. So I know him. He's a hitting
Really?
coach for multiple teams. Yeah. Let me get his name. But it won't take long because I'll do a search of players playing for Czechia and one name will come up. Oh, and he's not even a major leaguer. So technically they have none. But I'll get you Czechia, major leaguer. Zach, not only do they have no major leaguers, Czechia now has been doing, obviously, since last tournament, basically the rest of the field has adopted Czechia. And they said, we'll let you play baseball against us. Because before, they weren't even playing baseball outside the country. They had like no competition. The last time around, one of their players struck out Shohei Ohtani on 3 straight changeups. And when he got home, they threw him a parade. And the reason for that, Zach, everyone on this team's got a fucking job. When I say job, I mean job. There are firefighters on this team. The head coach is a surgeon. The guy who struck out Shohei Ohtani, the best pitcher on the team, electrician. There's a plumber in right field. There's one baseball player on this team, and they told him when he joined, the guy from the Twins organization, when he joined Favre, that's his last name, I just remembered it. When Favre joined the team, they said he had to pick up his energy because I guess he was like trying to give everyone tips, and they're like, we're vibes only. We're just out here to crush folks. So Czechia is now the 18th ranked team in this tournament. So worst team in this group. But everyone is rooting that they beat Australia. So that will be a big game to watch, which is why I believe it's the first game in the tournament.
Oh, don't let them get hot then. Like if they beat Australia, then they're rolling.
And here's the thing with Czechia. Czechia knows they will ruin every team's life if they beat you. So it's like Czechia versus Japan, electric. Because it's going to be like, sure, it'd be a shame if you lost to the boys.
Oh, if that same guy strikes out Shohei twice in a row,
he's got his number.
Exactly. Like he's gonna get an MLB contract whenever they play the Dodgers for sure.
Yeah, Daniel Vavra or Taron Vavra. That's the guy playing. He played for the Orioles last year. He will be joining the team. So they have one MLB guy who joined just because of what happened last time around. He's like, I want in on the fun, but Vavra lives in Menominee. So Czechia is the team I think you like most in the whole tournament, if I had to guess. But Zach, or you could go the Monstars, just the grossest team in the tournament. Japan is crazy, and this is why Japan's insane. The U.S. team is the closest because, like I said, they're just stacked with all-stars. Japan literally put together the Japan League All-Star team and then added MVPs and Cy Youngs from MLB. They had teams send representatives to the Japan national team. They're stopping their full play. They're like, we're winning this tournament. They get to, they have the Tokyo Dome, so it's a huge deal there. So they're not like doing any other sports during this. It's just this. Last year, Japan made up over half of the viewing audience of the World Baseball Classic when this happened. So it's a huge, huge deal. And their team's just fucking stacked. They've got basically the Dodgers lineup and friends. They've got 3 Dodgers out here. Shohei's hitting but not pitching. Just I got a lot of guys whose names you won't know, but they've got technically the most accolades because of all the Japanese league MVPs. And sincerely, this is the only sport this happens. I think in some ways, Japan's league is better than MLB. It's like the only sport where there are 2.
Really?
Yeah. Contact hitting, I would say it's hard to compare because they're playing against different pitching, but averages are higher. They hit more consistently. They strike out way less. And I would say now, like, listen, all of the Japanese studs who've come over lately have immediately transitioned. So it used to be like, it's a coin flip. I can't remember the last one that like missed. If they come over, they're like at least all-stars here too. So, and there's a whole team of them and they play together all the time. So that is the benefits of that. And lastly, Korea, big rivals with Japan. They also have their own league. Why would you root for Korea? Because for the love of God, they always have to play Japan. I was looking at this, like, not only do they never win their group because they're always in the same group as Japan. So they always finish second, which means they have to travel their asses to Miami.
True. Yeah.
Then they have to play the Dominican Republic, which we'll get to in a moment, is fucking gross too. So I don't know the last time they haven't played a favorite, haven't run into a favorite to win the tournament, because they always have to play a different group's winner, and they will never win their group because they're in Japan's group.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
And even if they somehow, which has happened, run into a victory over Japan, Japan will never lose to Australia, Taipei, or Czechia. So it's like they would need to win out. So that's this group. So who are you rooting for in this group, and why is it Czechia?
I mean, it's got to be them, right?
Yeah.
Mostly I'm rooting for anyone against Japan is what it really feels like. But
correct. Korea's hat, also sick. The K is nice.
Oh, yeah. That is a good one. I did see that one.
The CR is pretty cool. That's down bottom left. That's the K. That's sick.
The CR is just Great Britain stretched out.
I like it a little bit more. Maybe it's because I like the team a little more. And then Chinese Taipei is the CT there.
This is the freaking Cleveland Guardians C, right?
Yes, 100%.
They just did that thing.
Yeah.
Ugh, these are bad, man.
Not good. Don't worry, Zach. Speaking of hats, we head to Group D with, I think, why would you root for Israel? Besides the fact that their hat is sick, I do think the Star of David hat, I can't buy it because no one will know it's a baseball team.
It's a good hat, though, for sure.
It's a really good hat. And like, I feel like Israel and Italy are spiritual cousins of each other because it's just Jewish people. Sure. Not a lot of Israelis at all, but tons of just folks who happen to be Jewish, including, I think, one of the most fun people in the tournament, Harrison Bader, is now representing Israel. And he's been like wearing yarmulkes around and stuff. I don't even know if he's culturally Jewish. I think his family is. So, they're having a good time, and it's a lot of folks who aren't from the country, which is always good to have in the tournament. Sure. You got Israel. You've got the Netherlands, the actual best hat. It's the crown. We've been going around this all time. I want to buy this hat. It's sick. And the Netherlands, fun fact, just an unbelievable baseball team. We've mentioned this before. Why should you root for the Netherlands? They are the most successful non-winners of this tournament ever, most wins. And you may say, why is that? Well, it's because, Zach, the Kingdom of the Netherlands, and this is only something I know because of baseball, actually has dominion over the island of Curacao. And the island of Curacao produces a lot of baseball players. So this team, I believe, has no natural Netherlands players. If they do, they're like depth bench pieces. And just is Team Curacao. It is also coached, Zach, I didn't want to give this away earlier. Head coach, Andrew Jones, Hall of Fame MLB player, former Atlanta Brave, longtime player. Coaching his son, up-and-coming top prospect in baseball, Drew Jones, young stud, along with other all-stars, Xander Bogaerts. The infield's just crazy. So this team is stacked. They got a lot of dudes, just none of them are Dutch, in my humble opinion.
Is the son better than other people, or is he just on the team? Because I feel like there's going to be some nepotism's going to tear him apart.
Normally, I would say some of it is for sure nepotism because he might get more playing time than these years. But listen, a lot of these teams have guys who aren't ever going to play in MLB. He's going to play in MLB. So he's better than – he's being talked about. I even talked about him first. He's not close to the best player on this team, but he's better than the guys he's starting over. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got that going on in the Netherlands. Next we've got this is already wrapped up because I forgot this group was here. Why would you vote for Nicaragua, Zach? Well, I don't fucking know.
Dusty's here. What the hell?
Dusty Baker is coaching the boys. I'm gonna quickly try and figure out why. I was gonna look up which of these players. I mean, that's so true for the love of the game. That's great. I'm going to try and figure out, because I have a list of players on here. Is his son playing? I don't know. No, I can't find it. Nicaragua is the second worst team. And literally the entry says, this is their second World Baseball Classic appearance. They only scored 4 total runs last time out in 4 games, but Dusty Baker's at the helm. So let's find out how big a difference a manager makes. I hope Dusty just nickels and dimes teams to death.
Yeah.
I think Dusty Baker is here basically to keep this team in the tournament, which is fun. I have no idea why, but there you go. So it's tough sledding in this conference, trying to compete in this pool against Nicaragua for your love, Zach. But Venezuela, I think the reason you would root for Venezuela is just always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Has some good MLB players, Jose Altuve among others, but just never able to fully put together. So that's why you root for that. But let's talk about I don't vote. A lot of folks know MLB players can often come from the Caribbean. I don't think folks always put together how many of these guys are from the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
The DR is fucking stacked. I'm going to look up their full roster just so I can get you some of the names off the top of the head. But I believe they have as many former MVPs as we do. Acuna Jr. is on this team. Their pitching is a little weaker, but like if they're healthy and playing, like Sandy Alcantara is one of the most talented pitchers in the league when he's healthy. And they also have all-stars in almost every position. As I've said before, they are one of the 3 teams who's won this. Yeah. How's this for names? Just pitchers, Sandy Alcantara, Sir Anthony Dominguez, which is a sick name. The best bullpen in this tournament, Camilo Duvall, Carlos Estevez, and Wandy Peralta are all closers. Gregory Soto and Abner Uribe have all closed. And then they've got a few starters. The starting's a little weak. But Zach, when we get to this lineup, first off, they have a guy named Austin Wells, who I did not know was Dominican, is catching. So you need one plucky white guy to keep the team together, I guess. But going around the horn, you got Vlad Guerrero Jr., Manny Machado, Geraldo Perdomo, Jeremy Pena, Ketel Marte, Carlos Santana, who's been playing for 20 fucking years. I love Carlos. He played for the Twins. Julio Rodriguez, O'Neal Cruz are both former top prospects overall. Juan Soto, Fernando Tatis Jr. Who's coaching, you might wonder. Is that going to slow you down, Zach? Fucking Albert Pujols is the manager of this team.
Oh, really? Okay. These are all like true Dominican.
All born in the Dominican Republic.
Crazy.
Besides Manny Machado and Austin Wells, not surprisingly, born in the United States. And I would consider Vlad Guerrero Jr. was born in Canada, but that was because his dad was playing for the Expos. He was born and raised on the island. So the island. I don't know why, but so
that's what you call Canada, or is that Dominican?
It feels like Canada's on an island these days. But I would say Dominican Republic, obviously they're good, as I just illustrated. They're certainly, if we weren't American, they're the most fun powerhouse. I also think they're the 3rd best team. If they win it, they will have to more than likely beat Japan and the US. So they have, I guess Japan has just as tough a road as they do, just reversed. So, But Zach, who are you rooting for in this one? You have Nicaragua and Dusty Baker, and you have 4 other teams.
I mean, is there any rules in line that Dusty can't, swing a little bit? Like, can he be out there or no?
Besides the fact that I don't think he's very healthy, and he's, let me get this right. He's not telling me his age. 1949. How old is that?
He's not 77, is he?
He's 77. He's born in 1949.
Good for him, man.
But for people to remember, Dusty Baker invented the high five. So
that's right, dude. They're gonna be slapping hands left and right.
I think Nicaragua's gonna have so much. I can't wait for all these teams to play Nicaragua, and then every team gets started when they see Dusty Baker in the dugout.
Oh, I mean, in my mind, I've been watching a lot of Scrubs. He has to give like the Todd level high fives, right?
I mean, just
through
very
those gloves
good.
On.
Yeah, he used to do jumping high fives. That was like his thing. I don't think he jumps much anymore. He does wear one glove all the time.
They were 2. Only 1?
I think he wears 1. He might be up to 2 now, but I thought he only used to wear 1 glove. But he always batting gloves.
Yeah, I mean, never know.
Ready to
Never know when
swing.
you got to swing one. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, I wanted to look, but it doesn't look like he has a kid who was in the minors. I don't think he's playing for Nicaragua. I was like, is that the reason?
I brought up a couple articles. It didn't say that. It just said nonchalantly, like, Dusty's coaching him. And that's it. They left it at that. So I don't know.
This is crazy. Dusty Baker is managing Nicaragua in the 2026 World Baseball Classic as a last hurrah to give back to the game. Right. Driven by, is he dying? If he dies at the end of this and the last thing he did is coach Nicaragua, I mean, let's go. And persuasion from former player Marvin Bernard and friend George Santiago of the country. So I think this was just his chance to manage. Do you think all these other countries are like, could we have fucking asked Dusty Baker to manage us and he would have said yes?
All you had to do is ask. That's it. Doesn't hurt to ask.
That's awesome. And imagine if we started doing that, like flag football in the NFL is just like all these teams are going to have all these countries are going to have teams. The U.S. only gets one coach.
Right. Yeah, right. They can't have like an Elk Mountain High School football staff there.
And it's not, and we know who it's going to be. Belichick is going to coach for someone who's not the U.S.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Japan.
It feels like, there's no doubt.
Konnichiwa.
It feels like Germany. Like, there's no doubt in my mind he's going to be over there.
Yeah, 100%. Like, he's the fun pick. John Gruden should coach fucking Uganda. Like, let's just get in there.
Tell you what, man. I need like the full bar stool, like film crew. Him just get it into it, just draw it up. Shit, like they got some guys over here, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna go crazy.
Gruden gets to pick what country he leads outside the U.S. is pretty fun.
Honestly, there could be some really fun shit if we get some old school football coaches just going overseas and showing them. I mean, just roughing them up. Really, let's get Tom Coughlin over there. Tom Coughlin deserves to coach somebody.
Tom Coughlin's gonna coach Czechia. By the way, I'm with you. I don't know why suddenly they're Czechia instead of the Czech Republic, but it's been happening a lot. It happened at the Olympics too.
Right. I think it's what they call themselves.
Okay. They didn't swallow another country while we weren't looking. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, it's been a while since I heard from Yugoslavia.
True. I mean, they might have just snuck it, took it back. I don't know. Because I think I was in Czech Republic.
Yeah, you were there.
And I don't remember. No one said Czech Republic to me. I think it was Czechia then too. I'm not sure.
Okay, so you were already part of the marketing.
To be completely honest, I'm almost positive everyone just called it Czech. So I think everyone's a little confused what's going on.
Okay, is Google going to tell me this? Why Czechia? Not Czech Republic, top search.
Maybe they're not a republic anymore, and that's why. Maybe
the Czech Republic. The Czech Republic adopted Czechia as its official short form English name in 2016 to simplify usage, similar how France is used instead of the French Republic. It's not like that at all. I understand you're technically correct, Google. I've never called it the French Republic.
Correct.
And that's not the same. Okay, great. They shortened it themselves. The EU
it's like Dunkin' Donuts changed it to just Dunkin'. And we'll still call it Dunkin' Donuts.
I'm also learning historically known in English as Bohemia. Is that true? This was Bohemia?
Yeah, it was. I think it spanned further than just those borders.
This is where Rhapsody was from?
That's correct, yes. That's where it was.
I love that. I see a little silhouette of a man. Okay, so that should be what Czechia comes out to for every... That should be all of their...
every batter, every walk-up song.
It just starts where the last one was.
Or I was thinking the same thing over and over, just drive the other team crazy.
Oh, we never get to the chorus. We just always stop at Mama. That's pretty good. Yeah. I like the idea that you can't hear the whole song till you get through every batter in the lineup.
That works. Or home run, they play the whole song.
That's
sick.
Good. Yeah. If I was Dusty, I would do it first so they can't.
True.
Dusty Baker better be out here being a menace to everybody.
Oh, for sure. Oh, he's going to give so many fake high fives and down lows too slow. He's got it all working.
He's going to come out with the USA jersey and then rip it off, right? Revealing the Nicaraguan flag underneath.
That son of a bitch better not, but he might. He might.
Do you think he was like, Nicaragua's got a baseball team?
I mean, I did, so maybe.
Nicaragua does have some Hall of Famers. Rod Carew is a Hall of Famer for the Twins. He was from Nicaragua, but it's been a minute.
You named one player who hasn't played in what? I mean, for sure, decades, right?
Decades. Is he alive? I mean,
yeah.
I'm just saying they've got dudes. I like, historically.
Some
of these teams, that's never Brazil. I'm surprised they've heard of baseball.
For some reason, that surprises me. I feel like
I didn't make
they're
fun
obviously
of you
soccer, but
I think this is the first sport Brazil's ever used their hands for. Even in MMA, they like to kick people. There's always Anderson's downside.
That is very true, actually. And then they've been getting into like snowboarding and shit. Don't use their hands for that.
No,
it's so interesting. They have bad hands there.
That's tough for baseball. I'd say it's 75% hands.
It's certainly not legs.
Is baseball we got to get out of here. We're not going to. I was like, is baseball the most upper body sport of the major ones? Hockey's all skating. Basketball,
hockey for sure. I mean, boxing.
All right, well, we've settled it.
Maybe I don't know. Ultimate frisbee.
No, I think boxing's it. You're literally not allowed to hit each other below the waist, and it's all
True, but footwork's everything in boxing, though, too.
I mean, that's true. Darts
is a good one. Of the major sports, you said, but I think that does include darts.
I got to tell you, darts is above boxing in my sports rankings, I believe.
Right now, that's fair. Some darts, the walkout songs for darts, and those crowds get crazy. They're big.
I don't mean this to be controversial. I find this to be funny and true. I can tell boxing's lost me because I'm going to list the last 3 boxing things I know happened. Okay. Jake Paul being an embarrassment overall.
Sure.
Just getting the absolute shit kicked out of a man fighting Mike Tyson. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tyson Fury not being allowed to compete in most parts of the world. There's something going on. And the Olympics, barring that one lady from competing because all of her opponents thought she hit too fucking hard.
Must be a man. God test her.
It was great. Boxing you want to know why no one cares boxing? Get your absolute shit together. When's the last time you heard a darts controversy?
I think, you know what? I think there has been some, but overall.
Don't Google it. Don't Google it because I know something will come up. But
True. But that's fair. It's coming, though. It's starting to get bigger. Getting a little too big for its britches. So it is coming, but boxing that used to be the thing. And it's no sports ran worse than boxing ever. It's the worst sport ever ran. The promoters are all corrupt. There's never been one good person in charge of any boxing thing ever. It's unbelievable.
None of the money is clean.
No, none. None of the fighters are clean.
They've given up on managing gambling.
Yes, long time ago.
It's so true. Yeah, it is. When soccer has FIFA, and the fact that this isn't close is crazy. Yeah, it's not a competition. FIFA, I'm keeping my eye on you.
Well, here's the final thing with boxing. You know who came to save boxing? You know who the hero is that is going to save boxing?
Francis Ngannou?
Dana White.
Oh,
he's the guy who's saving the day.
We're host.
And I both love Dana and understand he's one of the worst people of all time. So
Dana is Vince McMahon, just in every sense.
Yeah.
I think Dana. Let me say this:
he ran Vince out of town.
He ran Vince out of town. Let's compare the spreadsheet in 50 years. That's what Vince has got a lot of years on him, and
Certainly does.
When Vince was Dana's age now, was he even officially a heel yet, or was he still just ring announcer?
Well, also to be completely fair to Vince, Dana hit his wife, and Vince did not hit his wife. He had other. I think the Dudley Boys might have did it once. Other people did it.
He put his wife over. She has the biggest spot in WrestleMania history.
Hell yeah, she did.
There is no pop. I think about that all the time. The Secretary of Education has the biggest pop in wrestling history.
It is what it is, and she might come back. Why not? It's time.
By the way,
if Trish can come back, so can she.
Folks who are fans of Kalshi, I put money on how many members of our current political administration will be on stage at WrestleMania. If the over is over 1, I would take it.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
I think there's no way RFK's not there.
Yeah,
Linda's related to people.
Yeah.
And
obviously.
Trump has a match at WrestleMania under his belt. By the way, 1-0.
Very true.
He made Vince shave his head.
You know what would be another huge pop is if we can get Vance to take a stunner. I think a lot of people would be very happy. He would no-sell that shit, though.
No,
he would.
He'd think he was doing it. He's like, I hit you, right? And Stone Cold goes, no.
Yeah.
would he take it? I don't know. There's a lot of people I'd like to see take a. I want, you know what? JD Vance would really win me over in a lot of different ways. I want just the exact match Kurt Angle had with Shane McMahon, but it's JD Vance.
Yeah, I agree. That would work.
JD Vance versus Glass. Like, how determined are you to make it work? Because Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon both broke their necks in that match. So, get in there. And by the way, then you'd have my vote. 2028.
Sure.
I'd
that's
around.
it. That's fine.
You
run on
into
that platform.
You run into a glass pane 3 times and say, again, I'm going through both ways. I'm not a Nepo baby.
Psycho.
Prove it.
No, Shane is not a Nepo baby. As much as he should have been, and we wanted him to be, he is not.
No, I think about that all the time. I should write a book that's just medieval, but it's just things WWE did. Like Shane McMahon wrote a Royal Rumble for him to win it, and they caught it halfway through. It was why he was fired from the company. Was he wrote himself in and didn't tell anybody he wrote himself to win it.
Well, it's a good bit.
Everyone knew a piece of it. Every wrestler in the match, and then they all figured out that no one was eliminating Shane.
Whoops. You got to try a little harder.
It's the best. Someone asked him in match, like, who's got you? And Shane just didn't answer him. He just started doing fake punches.
Yeah, shuffle. Get my music again. We'll see who has me.
They should have sent out Kane, by the way, from the back. Like, get him. Yeah. We've got one person to clean up this mess. So, Zach, that's our show. Iditarod, we're a baseball classic. It's all happening.
Yeah, we really covered the Iditarod. We did a good job with that. So, next week, we will, by the way, 0 Iditarod talk. That was all pre-show. Let's go. Next week, we'll talk Iditarod. There's going to be stuff happening.
I felt so
there will
good
be
about
some
it.
updates.
I was like, we had a great chat about the Iditarod. All
Look
the
up
moose
some
talk?
Moose attacks.
That was
the
all
moose
pre-show?
talk. All pre-show. Yes. 2 moose attacks in Iditarod history, maybe 3, all on females, it seems like.
Wow. This was the best pre-show of all time.
I don't know. So really quick, Luke thinks Chula Vista is a good water park or resort. I don't understand. Not the best, but I wouldn't call it overrated. Okay. Again, no idea what it is. I live near Wisconsin Dells. Still have no idea what it is.
Luke's got some good takes.
Turner's go-ahead grand slam in the World Baseball Classic was incredible. Is that true?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Okay. So good.
And he's the one where he said, "Now we're good. Stay home."
Yeah. You don't get to come this time around. Correct.
Great. Sit in the stands. And then Luke thinks that I would either love Bryce Harper or hate him. Everything I know about him, I like him.
You would love him.
Yeah, he seems great. Nolan McLean breakout coming in the World Baseball Classic. Who's he play for? What's his thing?
American. I had to look him up. So good pull by you, Luke. Mets pitcher. He's very good, and he Yeah, we've got a lot of guys whose like stats are good, but maybe haven't put it all together yet as our like bench pieces. So he's one of them.
Okay. So we took him over Turner.
Well,
Different positions, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Nolan pitches. Zach, you know who we did take though? One more run from the old man, Clayton Kershaw. He's out there.
I'm sure he'll be great.
Get him.
So we have Kershaw. We got a pitcher who said he's pitching only one game.
Yeah, which by the way, Kershaw was like, "Don't worry about it. I got you." Kershaw said he's never pitching again. Yeah, this is his last thing. So Kershaw was like, "You can pitch me till my goddamn arm falls off."
Love that. Might need to. I like that.
Yeah.
Put him in as like a reliever at the end of the game. Who cares?
That'd be really good. If I were him, I would keep playing. His kids are like 14 now. I think he could make it.
Well, LeBron. Everyone loves that.
Baseball has done that for about 30 years and no one cared. They just didn't do it like LeBron did, you know? So it's marketing.
Yeah, no one does. No one does do it like LeBron did. He's doing a great job.
I can't believe the Iditarod talk was off show. I mean, I can believe it. But
by the way,
is it bad? I thought that was my favorite part of the show.
It was a great part. It's my favorite part too. Everyone else should do it for themselves and enjoy that as well. That's your homework. Yeah. If you aren't into the Iditarod, go look up the Iditarod. If you don't know what it is, it's the great American race. That's not what the slogan is. I think it's the last. What is it? The last race on Earth? I don't know what it is. What the fuck's the slogan of the Iditarod?
I'm sorry, that really got me. The last race on Earth.
The last great race is the Iditarod.
Okay.
I don't remember. All I know is that's what got me into fantasy sports. It's what got me into sports betting. Thank you, Miss Hepikoski in first grade.
Yeah, betting on Iditarod winners. Tune in next week to see who we pick.
That's right. We may have a little. We'll pick before the race starts.
We'll pick right after the show. Iditarod pre and post show.
Mm-hmm. That's right. You don't. If you don't pay, you don't get the extra content. So. Send your money just in an envelope. You can write it to Hannah Bruner at Elkmount School District. Say it's for the Iditarod, and then she'll know what it means.
Yeah.
Good. Great. See you next week. Goodbye.